Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us start. We are talking about the numerical based on this tolerances numerical, and we are discussing about how to specify and how to interpret the specification which had been given by H7 and G6, and earlier also we have seen certain other example. Okay, so let us go back to the earlier discussion where we had seen what is the meaning of H, what is the meaning of 7, G and 6, and we had also talked about the two things, what is the fundamental tolerance and what is the fundamental deviation. Okay, so with this we had already solved this problem to some extent. Let me go back to the okay, so I told you that by D we mean 25 mm falls in the diameter step of 18 to 30 mm, right? So earlier we had already worked out this particular thing, what we call that, let me have this particular thing first. Okay, so we had talked about this. What is the value of I we had calculated, or what is the value of D first of all we had calculated? D is what? Root of D1 into D2, where D1 is 18 and D2 is 30. So this is your D1 and this is D2. What was the value of D we had calculated? Am I audible to you?
23.23 होता सर.
23.22. So 18 into 23 and root of this, right?
23.24.
23.24. So it is 23.24. This is the value of D. Okay. So accordingly, we had worked out the value of I. What is the value of I now?
$1.314. 316.
1.316. Now the unit of this is in microns. Okay. So I value, the unit of this will be always in microns. So we can call it as micrometer. Okay. So we got the value of I and we got the value of D there. From D we got the value of I, right? Now let us go back to the designation of H7 and G6. So if I go back to this chart, what we have seen, and if we try to understand what is the meaning of this chart, Okay, so we know we have this particular value, that is what, 25H7G6. So by what we mean by 25, we understood that the size of 25 is the basic size, right? So if we simply try to put up a basic line where we know that the 25 indicates the basic line. So this will be my value of 25. That is the basic line. Now H7, I know what this H indicates for me. Is it related to shaft or hole?
H hole, na sir?
Yes, capital letter is for hole. So now I know that I need to only work out what is the tolerance zone for the shaft and hole, right? So if you simply try to say what is the tolerance zone for shaft and hole, I know that this will be something sharp, this will be something sharp, and this will be the hole. Only thing I have to work out what is the relative position of this, whether it is like this or something like this, right? So that things I need to only work out. Now, when I say what is the value of uh, H7, so we know that if I try to work out what is the value of H7 here, so you may see that H is something this figure, right? So you can see H is something this one. So where the fundamental deviation of H is what? What is the value of fundamental deviation of for the whole H?
0.
0, right? So we know that it is on the 0 line, and the upper deviation is above the line. Is above the 0 line, right? That is what the meaning there. So once we had understood that, so I know that this particular thing will be lying somewhere on the 0 line. So I know that this will lie somewhere on the 0 line. So that is confirmed now that this pattern is like this. It will be lie somewhere on 0 line. Only thing, what should be the upper deviation? What should be the upper deviation? That upper deviation only we need to work out that what is that value. Now this thing remains for the hole, right? So this is what for the hole. What we had done is for the hole. Now what is the first thing what had been given? Upper deviation of the shaft is so and so, and IT7. Now let us complete the first part. Let us talk about the hole now. Now what this 7 indicates? What does this 7 will indicate in this case? I need to work out what is the upper limit of the hole now, right? So I know what should be this particular value. Now that value will be given by figure 7 itself. What is this particular value? That will be given by 7. Okay, so what is the value of this IT7? So if we work out the value,
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay, am I audible now? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was some network issue. Okay, just we'll get back to the point. Okay, can you see the screen again?
No, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, there was some network issue on the PC there, and my but can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think it was restored now. Okay, so you can see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are talking about, we need to determine this particular value now. What is IT7? We need to work out what is this IT7. That IT7 is nothing but the corresponding value of upper deviation. Okay, so what is the value of IT7 now? It is 16 into I. What is the value of that? 16 into I? So we know 16 into I.
Sir, 21.1.
21.1, right? So it
Hello,
Yes, sir.
that screen, that network is there, so you may not be able to see the screen. Anyway, we will continue. Once we resume the screen, we can see that. Okay. So, what is the value of that to 21.11. So it will be 0.0211 mm, right? So that will indicate the upper deviation of the hole. So if that is the upper deviation, what is the upper limit of the hole then? That will be 25.
So that will be
Sir, 25.02.
correct. So let me keep off the another. Okay, so that will be 25.02, right? So the upper limit of the hole is now 25.0211. That is the upper limit. Okay. Now 25. This part is already done. Now let us talk about the this part. This upper deviation we had done 25 mm false. IT7 we had already worked out. Similarly, we can work out IT6. Right? What is the value of IT6 now? 10 into I. Sorry, this part is not done. Okay, so this first part is not done. Let us go for IT6. What is the value of IT6?
13.16.
30 point
Sir, 13.13.
13.16, right? So that is equivalent to 0.01316. Okay. So let us make it 132. So that is what the IT6. Now we know this will be IT.
Okay. So whatever the value of IT6, what you are going to get, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, the screen will be now we cannot be disturbed because there is some network issue again. So I will be sharing my voice from another device. So 0.0132 is this value. Okay, I think you may not be able to see the screen right now. Am I right?
Now
Okay.
visible, sir.
Okay, ठीक. So this particular value, when we say value of this particular, this is what this value. So whatever the value 0.0221 what we had worked out is this one, right? Now what was given here again?
So this particular upper deviation of the shaft can be worked out as minus 2.5 d to the power 0.34. Okay, so what is that particular value then? So if you work out the first part, A part, I think you can hear me, but I think you may not see any movement on the screen right now. Okay, if it is restored, I will tell you. What is the value of upper deviation of the shaft? Minus 2.5 d to the power 0.34. Can you work out that? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just
Okay,
work
just
out
work out
minus 2.5 minus 2.5 d to the power 0.34. What is this value? The value of d
Minus 7.3.
Okay, what is the value of that? 23.24 to the power 0.34.
Minus 7.3.
So minus 7.3 is the complete answer.
Yes, sir. Minus 2.5 into d raised to 0.34.
Okay, so minus 7.3, that will be in microns. Okay, so if we again convert it, that will be then minus 0.0073. Am I right? So it is minus
Yes.
0.0073.
0073. So as we can see it on the screen now, that is what? Minus 0.0073. That will indicate the upper deviation. Okay, so if I simply write it on the screen now, so this part, upper deviation of the shaft is minus.
So upper limit of the shaft is 25 minus 0073. So that will be 24 point something. Can you work out that? What is the upper limit of the shaft?
24.993.
Right. So 24.993 will be some upper limit of the shaft. 24.993 is the upper limit of the shaft.
So this being your shaft, if this is your shaft, 24.6993 is your upper limit of the shaft. Okay, and what is the lower limit of the shaft? Will be 20.
So the lower limit of the shaft is how much then? 24.993 minus IT6. Whatever the value of IT6 we had simply worked out, that is 0.0132.
Sir,
Can you work out?
24.9798.
24.9798. Okay. So that is up to 4 decimal point. We can round up it to the two figures if it is needed. So 24.9798. That is what the lower limit of the shaft, right? So we got the upper limit, we got the lower limit,
we got the upper limit. We got the upper limit, we got the lower limit, and of the hole and the shaft there, right? So that is what we got the everything right now. Okay, so if I simply move to the problem, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I simply move to the problem, what we are talking here. So we got all these values, right? So we had got this I value, we got this upper deviation of the shaft. Upper deviation of the shaft is 25.0211. Upper deviation of the shaft. It is 25.0211, or deviation is 0.0211, and we got these things. Okay, so let me simply cut paste all these things on the screen, and we can get the rest of things. Okay, now you can see the first part what we require is the upper deviation of the shaft. So this is what the upper deviation of the shaft. Actually, this is the upper limit. So only this part will be the upper deviation. Okay, so this part will be upper deviation. 25 mm falls in the step so and so. So we have to calculate the fundamental. The following data is given. In addition, determine the maximum and minimum clearance. Okay, so we had worked out this IT6, we had worked out this IT7, and we had shown all these things. Okay, now what is the maximum and minimum clearance? What is the maximum clearance now? What is maximum clearance and what is minimum clearance?
0.04.
Which one, maximum or minimum? Maximum, right? So 25 minus 0.021. So if we take the difference of these two things, we will get the maximum clearance. And if we take the difference of these two things, we will get the minimum. So it is how much? 0.04. Can you tell me the exact answer?
0.0413.
0.0413. Similarly, this lower deviation is the minimum clearance. So 0.0073. This particular part is nothing but the minimum clearance. Right? So this way, now in this case, we had determined all the limits and the deviation using the empirical values, right? So these relations had been given to you, and based on this relation, we can work out the rest of the things. Now this is what, from exam point of view, where these values are given to you, and once these values are given to you, you are able to work out the clearance and other things there, and then we can decide whether what is the type of fit. Now in this case, it is a precision fit, right? So this particular S7G6 stands for precision fits. Now see, the upper deviation of the shaft is nothing but the value of this particular G here. If I just try to understand, the upper deviation of the shaft is the fundamental deviation, right? Now this is what the fundamental deviation of the shaft, which will be given by the letter G here, right? So since H we know that it lies on the zero line, we easily work out that H is nothing but 0 here. H is 0, but G figure doesn't have that value, and that G value will be worked out by using this particular upper deviation of the shaft. That is nothing but the fundamental deviation for shaft. Okay. So once we know these things, we can easily work out the things. So though the G value is not given to you, but we can work out the G value from this relation there. Okay. So is it clear? Shall we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next part is now understanding these tables. Okay. So right now these values which had been given to you will be used, but if the values are not given to you, how to determine those values, right? So all these things which had been given to you, point relation, this upper deviation, but if how to work out it using the tolerance standards there, right? So that is what the part to be discussed. So right now we can see these are what the tables. Now instead of going the tables now, let me share with you the international standards of the tolerance there. So you can see one of the file which is there, IS 919 1993, right? So IS 919 is the name of the IS standard there, and it was released in 1993. Okay. Now this is what the standard right now, the standards which are available there, and which is useful for guiding the. Now this is what IS 919 1996 ISO system of limits and fits part 1, basis of tolerance, deviation and fits for the engineering standards. Now this they are following, most of the industries are following this basis to determine the tolerance, right? So when they simply state H7, H8 or H7, G6, 25, H7, so they are working out the values from these tables which had been given in this tolerance there. Okay. So I am just scrolling to the content part. There are some 37 pages there. Okay, so it indicates all the basic terminology which had been used for the tolerance, how to use that. Now again, standard tolerance for the basic sizes up to 3150. Then what is the fundamental deviation for basic sizes up to 3150? Right, so above 3150, there are again second table there. So we have two parts, part 1 and part 2 here, and that two parts will complete all the things for that. Okay, so they had also given some for the limits and fits examples, illustration had been also given in this table there. Okay, so if we simply scroll down this field, that will give where it has been used, what is the meaning of the hole, right? I told you in general, the term hole and shaft can be taken as referring to by containing two or parallel faces. I already told you that hole indicates the internal dimension and shaft indicate the external dimension. So all these things had been given in this international standards that have been accepted for the standardization of the tolerances there. Okay, so they had given a lot of these things, and again terms and definition, whatever the zero line, shaft, a term according to this convention describes an external feature of the workpiece. Shaft doesn't mean a shaft there. Similarly, what is the basis of the shaft? Hole, basic hole, size, basic size, nominal size, deviation, So whatever the things what we had already discussed, upper deviation. Now upper deviation, they had reserved this notation ES and small es. What we might be using UI and UD. So they might have certain different notations for that, but it doesn't affect us. We simply know what is the meaning for upper deviation, lower deviation, whatever the notation it is. Okay, so we had also talked about fundamental deviation, right? That deviation is defining the position of the tolerance zone in relation to the zero line. So all these things we had been taught, most of the things, but these things had been again elaborated well in this table. What is the minimum clearance, maximum clearance, and so I will upload this file on the post section or the file section of the team, and you can refer that. Okay. So likewise, what I want to tell you is that they had given certain tables. Okay. So if I simply now this figure we are already seen, where what is the meaning of this particular deviation, right? So these things have also been seen there. So now they had given certain tables. So this is what the table number 1. Numerical value of standard tolerance grade for basic size up to 3150, right? So whenever what we say IT1, IT2, IT3, these values had been given in this table. So we have to get this value. And what is the basic size? Now I told you that in our case, our shaft lies somewhere between 18 to 20, 18 to 30 mm step. And when we say IT6, right? So we had used this IT6. Now we can see this 13 is what the corresponding standard tolerance. IT, what is the value of that IT? So whatever the deviation, standard tolerance, what we worked out using that numerical, that already is given here. So for 18 to 30 mm diameter step, and for IT6, we know that it is 13 micrometers. So now all these things had been given in the micrometers, right? So 13 is the micrometer, and that will be then standard tolerance for that. Similarly, we can work out it for all the other figures. So this table will be divided in 2 parts because this is not possible to include in a single table there. So they might continue it again for the second part. Okay. So fortunately for this particular first figure, table 1, it includes all the things. Now if you go to the table 2, now you can see table 2 numerical values of the, now this table is continued again in the next part. Fundamental deviation of the shaft. Okay. So the first table is for tolerance grade IT6 or IT7. Second table is what? Second table is for fundamental deviation of the shaft. And there is again third table, that is fundamental deviation of the holes. Okay, so we can see that if we are having this table with us, so we have these 3 things there. What is the table 1? Table 1 will talk about the tolerance grade for basic size up to 3150. Second table is what? Fundamental deviation of the shaft. Similarly, we have third table which will talk about this table 3 is continued on the two rows there. Fundamental deviation of the holes. So using these things, we can easily work out what are the corresponding upper limit and lower limit of the holes and the shaft. Okay. So if you refer these tables, in fact, this table may not be provided to you during the exams due to the big size of this. It may not be provided as an appendixes, or that will increase the size of the paper itself, right? So just to read that, we can use that. Just to understand that how that table had been organized and how we are going to take the values. Okay. But still, this table, I had only included the headers of that so that you can understand the content inside that. Again, they had given one more table that is for basic size step, right? So when I say what is from 10 to 16. And again, above 500, 600, what are the intermediate steps, right? So they had also given that 500 to 600. We can again have the steps between 500 to 560, 560 to 630. So that is what for up to 500, what are the basic steps and what are the again subdivision of those steps. Similarly, for above 500 up to 3150 mm, we have these steps and we have again these sub steps. So we can work out those sub steps and we can work out that D what we had calculated in earlier numerical there. Okay, so let us try to work out the value of phi 40 G11. Okay, determine the limits of the shaft for a shaft. Determine the limits of the size for a shaft phi 40 G11. Okay, so if we try to work out what is the phi 40, now obviously we can see from table 4 that 40 will lie somewhere in between this step 30 to 50. Okay, so again if I simply move back to the tables there, so if I go to table number 4, right, so phi, what is the value, what was that, phi 40. So 40 will lie somewhere in this step. It will lie somewhere between 30 to 50. These are the sub steps. So that may be required in some cases or may not be required. Okay. So we can work out what is the steps for what that particular dimension there. So this is the first table which will be used. Then standard tolerance. So I know that what is the standard tolerance, that is what IT. What is the value of IT for the shaft? Now value of IT is what? IT11. So if I want to work out the value of IT11, so you can go to the shaft. Right now we are talking about the shaft there. So if you go to the table number 1, okay, so what is our G11, right? It is what? G11. So G11, the step of our diameter is 40 to 50, sorry, 30 to 50, and G11, that is what? IT11. So for IT11, you can work out that this particular is the value for that. Am I right? Can you just correct me? Is this value 160? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So it is what? This particular value, this particular row, and IT11 corresponds to 160. So 160 micrometers is the standard tolerance. So when I use the word G11, that 11 it means it's 160 micrometers. And what other things? Fundamental deviation. I think that another part was missing. Okay. Fundamental deviation for the factor G now here, right? So we had worked out this 11. Now what about G? Okay, so if I go for table 2 is for shaft, right? Table 2 is for shaft. Table 2 is for shaft, and I know what is my basic size is 30 to 40. Right, so this will be this particular table, this row, where I know that my particular value will lie, and I am talking about G. So we can see the value of G is -9. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Right? So minus 9 is what corresponds to G and particular step 30 to 50. So minus 9 indicates the upper deviation of the shaft. Now, since it indicates minus figure, it means it is below the zero line. So it is below the zero line. So that is what minus 9 micrometer from table 2, but if it is below line. So we can work out now what is the upper deviation, which is nothing but the fundamental deviation. And that fundamental deviation is nothing but minus 9 micrometer, because now what we had understood that this is the zero line and our shaft lies somewhere, because they had already indicated G, value of G or fundamental is this one, minus 9 points. So I know that my patch, tolerance patch for the shaft will be something like this, below the zero line. And this is what the particular value of fundamental tolerance, minus 9. And the lower deviation is again worked out, because I know the standard tolerance is 160. This particular figure is the 160. And this is minus 9. So minus 9 minus 160 again, this will be this figure. That will give the lower deviation. So the lower deviation is 169, minus 169. Now all these are in micrometers. Okay. So if we work out those in the micrometers, we can get the upper deviation, lower deviation of the shaft using the table there, right? So we can then work out what is the maximum limit of the shaft and what is the minimum limit of the shaft. So that will be the maximum and minimum limit. So 40 minus 0.009, 9 is the micrometer. So 39 point. So if I simply again try to state it again with schematic way, my upper limit of the shaft will be 39.99 and lower limit is 39.83. This is upper limit and this is the lower limit. Okay, is it clear? Any questions on this? I just try to again summarize the things what we had seen today. We had seen how to calculate the maximum limit or minimum limit of the hole and the shaft, provided you are given with let us say now it is what 25 H7 G6. To work out these limits and the maximum limit and the minimum limit of the shaft and hole, using these empirical relations, we can work out what is the limits of the hole and the shaft, and we can determine what is the maximum clearance and the minimum clearance. These are what using the empirical relations. This will be generally given to solve as an example in the exam. Generally, that is what it's easier way to work out that. But in industry, all these things have been not given. We have to work out the value of H7 G6 using these tables here, right? So what we had seen the tables now. The first table will indicate the tolerance grade, that is for IT. Now, if I want to work out the same thing, let us say 7. If I want to work out the value of 7, what we had worked out the value of 7 in this case, IT7, it's 0, right? Sorry, not 0. What is that particular value? IT7. 7 is for hole. Hole is for about. So it's 0.021.
Yes, sir. Yes.
0.211. So you may get this particular value from this table. So for 7 and for the corresponding size of the table, step size, you may get this particular value somewhere here. It should be nearby that. Okay, it may not match exactly there. So from table 2, you can work out the fundamental deviation for the shaft. From table 3, you can work out the fundamental deviation for the holes. And table 4 is for getting the diameter step. So in which step your diameter lies. Okay. So I leave an exercise for you to work out whatever this value, what we had done it empirically using the tables now. Can we use the table to work out this value to cross check whether we have got the exact similar dimension there? Use the table and just cross check whether the values are matching or not. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Meanwhile, I will also upload the table in the file section so that you can refer the table and try to work out this solution. I will also upload this slide on the file section there so that you can refer and solve it for your reference purpose. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, attendance leak is active there, so you can refer it, which is posted in the post section of the team there. I am uploading the files in the post section there. I am uploading only the part 1 because part 2 may not be required right now. That is for the large sizes of the shafts and the holes.